Hi everyone, we're at another estate sale. This one is in a very small house. It's got a lot of things inside of it though. There's antiques, lots of books, vintage stuff, all kinds of things for your home. So let's go and take a look inside. This is going to be a voiceover video, so you won't see me in much more of it than this, just in the garage. So let's take a look and see what we have inside. The living room is pretty small, but as you can see, we have an old Singer sewing machine there, the kind that you pump with your feet. The base is probably made out of cast iron. Those things really last a long time. The cabinet's made out of oak. There's also some furniture, a lot of end tables. We have a coffee table, a chair. Here's a 15-gallon crock. It's a big boy. This room was mostly filled with Christmas items, decorative items, and you see a lot of smalls right here. There's one surprise that was kind of heavy to move, so we left it where it was. It's not in this part of the video, but a little bit later on you'll see it. You see that the owner of this house was quite a collector of small figurines. There are some pretty nice ones in here. We have also perfume. A lot of those are mostly full too. Somewhere to hang your coat. And then here's the large surprise in this room. It's not decorative at all. It's a really nice printer with a scanner. It does work. We tested it. We were making copies with it. Everything works great. Here's some more interesting finds. There's a condiment tray that's silver plated. It's probably at least 100 years old, that thing. And then one single Lionel car. I don't think, we didn't find any other sets or anything like that. So here's a nice dresser. There's also lamps everywhere. There's hurricane lamps, electric lamps, all kinds of lamps. This room also was probably a library at one time. There's all kinds of books. These are very old. We saw some that were stamped from the 1800s, those really small ones at the top. There's many books on vintage cars, history, geography, and somehow these Beatrix Potter figures made it into this area. We were really cramped for room, so everything's not organized as much as I'd like it to be, like having similar things next to each other. Sometimes you just have to kind of, go wherever there's an empty spot. So every inch of this house is full of items. And then there's a nice rocking chair. There's a second rocking chair. It's also in the basement. In the center of the room, we can't really see them, but there's magazines, old newspapers, things of that nature are in the center. This is the kitchen, and of course there's a rooster and chicken collection there. Most of the dishes are occasional. There's like mismatch sets, lots of nice teacups, mostly made in England and other parts of Europe. We got a microwave for sale. We need a portable microwave, a small microwave. It does work. Heated up my lunch in there. Everything worked great. Here's more of the items. I'm not too sure what this one is, though. It's a cover for something. It looks like you put half of a ham in there. I don't know. Maybe if you know, put it in the comments. There's the one of the world's oldest toasters down there. We'll come back to that. There's some appliances. Yeah, that toaster was really old. It does not have a plug. It did not come with one, but I'm sure you can find them. You just have to kind of measure the distance between the two contacts, and usually you can find the right one. I've had to do that before. And there's all sorts of everyday items. There's pots and pans, baking dishes. We're going to go outside now, and we're going to take a look at this table here. It only has 2 chairs, unfortunately. There's a wheelchair ramp. It's a portable wheelchair ramp. Portable is being generous there because it's hard to lift that thing. Here is I believe this is like an old store display, maybe for bread or something like that. It doesn't look like something you'd find in a home. Now we're going to go out towards the garage and we'll take a look and see what we have out here. We have a nice big outdoor storage bin for probably for your deck or your patio. And then we also have plant hangers. There's a rack here, probably, I'm guessing maybe it's for plants. You know, more of these shepherd crooks kind of thing. And then we're going to take a look inside the garage. We'll go back to live Brian. Well, now we're into the garage, and we have some really nice pieces of furniture. This one is actually a cedar, I know, a cedar chest. It's like a armoire. You can store clothes in it. And they would be cedar because the smell of cedar keeps moths away from your wool clothing, and they won't go in there and feed on the wool. And then we have some, typical garage things going on here. Spreaders. We actually have 2 spreaders, I see. We have a few tools over here. There are 2 bags full of golf clubs, but I don't think that they're complete sets. Perhaps there's an old set right there that is wood. So we got some oldies right there. We'll probably end up selling them individually rather than as a set, because I don't believe there's a set there. I don't play golf. I need some help from golfers at this point. We have a couple of other antique pieces of furniture here. Let's move this out of the way. You see here's a stand for a basin, and even the towel rack is still in place. And then here's another cabinet. You can see it's kind of covered up right now by stuff. Very nice. You could use this in a dining room, probably a dining room situation, maybe a bedroom, but probably I would say this is more a dining room kind of a thing. And we will go, we'll go on the other side over here. Oh, we also have something for the horse aficionados out there. We have a saddle. Now, I don't know anything about horses. I mean, I know what horses are, of course, but I don't know anything about saddles or horses. But we do have this one here. It looks like the horn of the saddle is peeking through, and it could use some additional repairs on the leather work, but that's all I can really tell you about it. It's obviously been worn, and it's been sitting around for a while, so I think the leather got a bit dried out. Great restoration project. Well, we also have some more tables over here. This one is an older table here, probably a vintage table. Here's a little bit newer one. Oh, keep the wires out of the way. That wasn't good. Okay, and then over here we have one of those 3-wheel bicycles, the giant trike. There's a standing clock, like a grandfather's clock over there. I'll see if we get a picture, probably be a picture of it. You'll see on estatesales.net. And then we have another dresser over here with an attached mirror, and another antique mirror over here. It's got some damage to it on the side, but you never know. People buy all sorts of things for restoration purposes. They might buy it because they want it to look distressed. Who knows? My job is just to sell it. What you do with it is up to you. All right, we're going to be in the basement, and the basement has this keyboard. It's got an unusual sound to it, that's for sure. We have some toys, a couple vintage toys. There's a model airplane, TV. Doesn't look like a smart TV. Ooh, there's a cool set of speakers, and there's an old guitar back there. It's like a catalog brand, maybe something like Montgomery Ward's or something like that. This typewriter printer, we got it to turn on, but we tried typing on the keys and you can't type on anything, so maybe we need to actually put paper in it. I'm not too sure. We have BB guns. This case has got an old sewing machine in it, and we do not know if it works, but likely it does. Those things were really built to last. Yeah, we checked out the price on these BB guns, and they're, I don't know, we could probably, I think we put like $10 on these. They sell for around $20 on eBay. So our secret is to see what they'd sold for online, and then offer them up at half that price. Thanks for watching, everyone, and if you would like help liquidating an estate, or you have items that you would like to sell, feel free to contact us using the link at the bottom of this video in the description area. And thanks for watching.